All right, welcome back to another episode of the Perfect 10 podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jacob Erdy. Alongside me, as always, Daniel Dees.
Let's go.
Huge miss by me not wearing one of my jerseys, dude.
It's the season.
Anyway, all right. This episode is brought to you by Boot Crew Media.
Swing.
And also brought to you by the Kelly Gibson Foundation. Kelly Gibson Foundation is a community-driven nonprofit organization that focuses on supporting first responders, military initiatives, and children's athletic programming through golf in the greater New Orleans and Gulf Coast region. Now, I want to say area, bro.
I know.
But anyway, for more information, go to www.kellygibsonfoundation.org.
That's it.
And not too terribly on the nose. I was gonna play Who Let the Dogs Out?
Who?
Because that's like a wildly that's a
Generic NFL song to get like the basic white folks in the crowd.
But as much as, first off, I missed on that song for middle school dance jams.
For sure. You missed like that was probably your biggest.
That whole list was so difficult, but I still had a great list.
It was solid,
even though I missed on some obvious ones.
But the fact that you missed obvious ones,
but
kind of tainted your list.
We're giving you our top 10 NFL predictions, similar to the way we did college football, but being that there isn't a technical 1 through 10 in NFL.
It's just gonna be power rankings,
basically.
Teams that we're gonna be. Obviously, our top 4 is gonna be. Our top 2 is gonna be who's gonna be in the Super Bowl,
basically.
Yeah. And our 1's obviously who we think is gonna win it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Choppa style song, dude, it just brings me back to the 2018 Saints, dude, and how happy that season made me, and how sad it ended.
That 2018 season made me like no longer hate the Saints. I just tolerate them now.
I mean,
like I like
the energy around that team was unbelievable.
The energy the Saints bring to the NFL is pretty damn good.
But yeah, so anyway, I had their Choppa style on there since we're talking NFL.
All right.
Do you have any honorable mentions
for NFL predictions?
Yeah, or for like teams that you kind of wanted to slide in your top 10 but just couldn't?
No, I like my top. I think I got a very solid top 10.
I don't like my top 10 at all.
And at the end, I'll just do my MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year. But obviously, I'm going to throw one of those picks out there. I mean, it's just, I guess people want to hear it.
I got you. So I don't like the way my top 10 really. I like kind of like the very top of my list, but I have it in a very strange order just because like something like the NFL season always goes different than what you think it's going to. Always.
Yeah, it never like nobody predicted Cincinnati going to the Super Bowl last year. Not outside of Bengals fans, nobody picked that.
Right. So my top 10, like the way the order of which I think they're going to end up is pretty whack, honestly.
Yeah.
But you got to predict the unpredictable, you know?
Yeah, that's what makes it unpredictable.
But honorable mention, though, I got the Colts and the Cardinals. I don't think either of those are going to end up in the top 10, but I think they're going to give it a run.
Okay.
So, you want to just dive in, dog?
I'll dive in. Number 10. Okay, when I do takes like this, just know that I have no problem being wrong.
Okay.
Like I love being wrong big. I'd rather be wrong big than right little.
We've been over that, yeah.
Yeah, that's just how I am. That's how I live my life. Like I like making bold predictions. So
fine with me, dude.
My number 10 prediction. I think Tua becomes a legit MVP candidate.
Okay. That's not too well. I mean, they did just get what, Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek Hill, he has Jalen Waddle.
Right. And Waddle's got that sweet dance.
Dude, I think that team's just gonna surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I think he I don't know. I see what you're saying. I think he can. Being a lefty doesn't help him, though.
It doesn't help him, but I think he's more comfortable. Seeing his practice footage, he looks way more comfortable than he has been. It's like this Jared Goff thing. I compare him to Jared Goff. Is he going to be elite? Probably not. But that 2018 season, Jared Goff was in the MVP conversation.
Okay.
When the Rams went to the Super Bowl, the Nola no card, that was that season where he was actually in the MVP conversation. I think Tua is going to have a similar year to that, to where he overachieves what people think he is, and therefore that's what catapults him into that conversation. Could he be an MVP player? Do I think he wins MVP? No. But do I think he'll be in the conversation? Probably yes.
Okay.
And my number 10 team will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. All right.
I think that division's stupid
I
stacked.
feel like we're obviously going to have a lot of the same teams in our top 10. I feel pretty sure we're not going to have any finish in the same position.
Probably not.
Okay.
So my number 9. I think the Detroit Lions will have a winning record. I think they go 10-7. Because
Okay.
when I was doing our over-unders, I printed out the entire NFL schedule and I highlight teams I think will win each week.
You went
And
through every one of their games?
I went through every NFL game, highlighting. That's how I did my over-unders.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
And I did it. And I got the Lions
Winning
at
10 games.
10-7. They have a pretty easy schedule for the Lions. For the Lions, it's pretty easy. For anybody else, it's a cakewalk.
Okay.
And at my 9 spot, I have the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. Interesting.
I think
I think they're going to be trashed this year.
Oh, no. I think
Who's on their team?
they got Fletcher Cox on defensive line. Jalen Hurts, I think he's going to be a middle of the pack quarter. I think he's going to be a Kirk Cousins type. They got A.J. Brown at wide receiver, Devontae Smith at wide receiver. They got Dallas Goedert at tight end. I think it's going to be a good team.
Okay.
I mean, they won the division last year.
Yeah. Wait, no, they didn't. Cowboys did.
Oh, that's right. They did. Well, they were up there.
But
I do think the Eagles will win that division.
that is bold.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 8. I don't think any rookie QB will start this year. I think Kenny Pickett's going to sit behind Mitchell Trubisky.
For sure, he definitely is.
Malik Willis, Mike Vrabel came out and said he will not play a game this year. He's just going to sit and learn. So if Ryan Tannehill sucks, Logan Woodside will be the guy. Unless Tannehill sucks, Logan Woodside gets hurt, and Malik has to get thrown in there. Matt Corral's not going to start over Baker nor Sam Darnold.
Right.
Then who we got? Desmond Ritter. I don't think he's unearthing Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
And he's raw as hell to begin with. But if they throw in Desmond Ritter, I think that's going to be an obvious tank job by the Falcons.
I'm trying to think what other rookies.
It was a weak quarterback class.
Right. But people still moved up and got him, right? As
Yeah.
they usually do.
Yeah. I just think they did it just because, hey, I want to have let's see how we can develop this guy, if he can develop.
Yeah, I can't even think of who else would be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very weak ass class.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'll roll with that.
And my number 8 team, I got the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay. We're going to have a very different list here then. I do kind of like the way the 49ers are go. I mean, Trey Lance is supposed to be a dog.
I think Trey, he struggled in camp. Yeah, but I don't care. I think that defense is going to be badass.
That division is very hard though.
Except the Seahawks.
You never know.
They got Drew Lock starting at quarterback.
Right.
So yeah, I got 49ers as my 18.
Okay. My number 10 guess. All right. So I'm going to have all my like players of the year peppered in
That's fine.
through
Go
my
for it.
predictions.
Okay.
So my number 10 spot, rookie of the year. I got Chris Olave.
That's who I have.
Olave, however you want to say it.
Olave. I have Chris Olave too.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm very unbiased with that. It's like, I think he landed in the best possible spot for him. I think he landed with the best quarterback for him in Jameis Winston, somebody who's not scared to say, fuck it, I'm going deep.
And supposedly their chemistry at camp already, like their time and everything, is already pretty well locked in. I think he has the most receptions throughout like camp.
I think he's going to have a better rookie year than Jamar Chase did.
Well, I mean, that's pretty bold.
I think he is, because I think Mike Thomas and Jarvis Landry are going to take the heat off of him, and he's just going to feast.
Well, I'll save that for next episode. Oh, and finishing in my 10 spot, I think the Bucks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 10 spot.
I don't have him in my top 10.
Okay. All right. Well, we're still in the similar.
I like this. I like that.
We're similar vibe there. My number 9 prediction. And this is kind of broad, but I think we've kind of been slowly witnessing it. And it's kind of the same way everybody jumped so fast to start calling them a dynasty when they really weren't. But I think we're going to continue to see the Chiefs dynasty fall apart.
I have something very similar.
Okay.
I have something very, very similar to that.
Just because they did very quickly go win a Super Bowl, and they went to another one, or did they only go to one and they lost in the championship twice?
They beat the 49ers, lost to the Bucks, and then they lost to the Bengals in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. So, and I mean, Tyreek Hill just left. What's that?
Tyreek Hill just left. Their run game's trash,
Yeah.
and that defense is very suspect.
Right.
I'm with you on that.
So
I got them actually missing the playoffs.
So even still, that being said, I do have the Chiefs finishing in my 9 spot. I think they're gonna.
Just because they have Patrick Mahomes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And he technically is the leading receiver in the past, 3 seasons?
And their number one receiver, I probably couldn't tell.
Harmon?
Probably Mecole Hardman, Juju Smith-Schuster, or Sky Moore. One of those 3.
I forgot Juju was there. So that's my number 9. My number 8, I think Baker's going to ball out. And
I like that you said that.
And I mean that in a way.
He's going to be pretty much the same peak he had in Cleveland.
No, I'm thinking he's going to do a little better than that. Because, I mean,
really?
His peak in Cleveland was like maybe 4,000 yards.
That's still good.
And 29 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Right. So I think he's going to, I'm going to ball out by his standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, have his best season yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a little over 4,000 yards, low 30s touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions. A real solid, like a season any team would take, basically.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to be in the top.
I think he'll be a top 6 or 7 quarterbacks for this season.
I'll say, yeah. Yeah, I'll give him top 10 quarterback.
So that, and my 8 team, I got the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
In my 8 spot.
Okay.
I feel like the chemistry between Carr and Devontae is really going to shift. And Carr,
well, they played college together,
right? And they're best friends basically.
Yeah, Fresno State. Shout out had that jersey of,
and they're making they're basically putting Jacobs on a prove it year, and he is solid, but they didn't pick up his option.
I don't know why. I'm not going to get into that right now.
Okay, well,
so I want to reveal everything because I know people in my fantasy leagues are listening. So I'm not saying a goddamn thing.
Okay. But no, I think the Raiders are finally going to start really getting it together. I mean, they played well last year.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, my coach of the year is going to Josh McDaniels.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm very, very high on the Raiders this year.
Yeah.
I'm extremely high on them. All right.
So they're my 8 spot.
My number 7, end of an era. Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, and Pete Carroll are all going to retire.
All of them?
All 3.
I mean, that's pretty bold.
Yeah, look at their ages.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Bill Belichick retiring. That's almost a damn
Pete Carroll's
certain.
the oldest one, right?
Yeah.
No, what? No, wait. No. Oh,
we're still here. We still alive,
dude. What did I click? I thought I hit the X on whatever
that one sucked. Yeah, Pete Carroll's 70.
Right? Yeah. No, I thought he's like 74.
No, he's 70. That's still old as hell. And especially with the Seahawks being like
trash.
Why stay? You know?
Right. Oh, no, absolutely.
And Andy Reid's 64.
Yeah, he ain't retiring, dude.
I think he will.
Okay. And Bill Belichick ain't retiring either.
I think he is.
You said that last year, dude.
Well, we all said Tom Brady was going to retire, and look at him.
I didn't.
You did.
No, dude.
I'm almost certain everybody was thinking Tom Brady's going to retire.
No, that was your prediction for this year.
Whatever.
I keep meaning to print those out, and undisputable human known facts that camouflage is a color.
Dumb and Dumber's a Christmas.
Dumb and Dumber's a Christmas.
Yeah, you cannot argue with us on this.
And keep adding on to
because you will lose. All right, so that was my that was my number 8. No, number 7.
Oh,
and my 7th.
Drink.
Yep, drink. God damn it, we've gone so long.
All right.
All right. My number 17. I got the Raiders.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Wildly close hitting the buzzer.
I think Derek Carr will also be in the MVP conversation. I have him second.
I like
votes.
that.
We'll get to my MVP later. All right. My number 6. I accidentally spoiled it earlier. I got Chiefs miss the playoffs.
Oh. Let's see. Well, because I mean, if the Raiders go, so you got Raiders or Chargers,
Raiders, Broncos. Those teams are stupid stacked. That's like the killer division.
I mean, the Broncos aren't stacked.
Russell Wilson.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
Hold on. You got Javonte Williams at
Wait, who's Javonte Williams?
the running back. It's the second year.
Okay.
I kept him in my
Okay.
Hold
dude.
on. I kept him
All
in.
right.
He was one of my keepers for a damn reason.
All right.
Dude, all right. Wide receivers. You got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. You got Noah Fant at tight end. You got that defense.
That's a bunch of mediocres.
Shh, you're full of shit, dude.
Anyway, all right. So,
All right. My number 6 team, I got the Ravens.
wait. Oh, your prediction was
Chiefs missed the playoffs, and Ravens are that 16.
Ravens. I don't have my top 10.
Really?
Because again, I think there's a lot of these teams that you pay respect because they're usually good,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't even think who's the running back other than the quarterback
Who?
at the Ravens.
J.K. Dobbins. Like, he was a beast before he got hurt.
Okay. For some reason when
Like, their only question mark right now is that wide receiver. And if you have a guy who can, like, run around that backfield and extend plays, you can make any wide receiver start.
I hear you. So that was your 7-6.
That was my 7-6.
So my number 7 spot. I got the Browns are gonna stink it up.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God, yes.
And I don't understand why everybody keeps saying, like, if you listen to sports talk radio, they'll say something about the Browns, and they'll always add, and they're such a talented team. Everybody is left there. I mean, sure, they got Chubb still.
They got Chubb and Hunt.
Right. Well, Hunt wants to leave.
Yeah, he wants to get traded or pay him.
Jarvis left.
They got Amari Cooper, who's washed.
Oh, they got okay. I forgot they did get Amari.
And I think their number 2 receiver is Jakeem Grant, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoever that is.
Whoever the fuck that is. Who the fuck is that guy?
Like who's left on their team? Who even plays on the defense anymore?
Miles Garrett.
Okay.
He's like one of the best defensive players.
Right, but I mean that's one. That's what I'm like. Who's in their defensive?
They got the shit. Who's that linebacker that they drafted last year who was just a fucking animal?
But like I can't even think. Like I remember there's a short period of time where their whole team was stacked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel like all their best players have either left or want to leave or are
That's him.
currently suspended.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Okay.
Weird number for a linebacker. He's number 28. He's a linebacker. That just
Very
that doesn't
strange.
that does not sit right with me.
But I got a hilarious juxtaposition of my take of the Browns stinking it up. And then immediately my number 7 pick is the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. I don't have Cowboys in the top 10.
I think they're going to wipe through that division terribly
No.
easy again.
Nope.
I mean, you could say no, but
they're not.
anyway, so I got the Cowboys in the 7th spot. I think they went 12-5 last year.
They did.
Yeah, and they lost, like they were all injured last year.
Yeah, there's a reason for that because they're all old.
Okay, dude.
That age is going to show.
So my number 6 take, I got Gronk comes back out of retirement again.
Oh, I like that.
I think Tom's going to be begging for him at the end of the year when they're trying to make a playoff push.
I almost put on here that the Buccaneers are going to make a wild ass trade to get Tom Brady back in the playoffs, but I just can't figure out what though.
Right, like where it would even come from.
Like maybe they'll trade for like DK Metcalf.
But there's if you look at them on paper and you just erase all the ages, they're stacked.
Mm-hmm.
They just have a really old team.
And you got Leonard Fournette, who like people made fun of for being fat.
He gained some weight.
Dude, them New Orleans boys like to eat.
So I got Gronk comes out of retirement. My 6th prediction in my 6th spot. I got the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. Number 5. I got Dan Snyder is forced to sell the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Because he's been fucking around with NFL money. I think they're going to force him to sell because of that.
Well, you would have thought because they already had like an 11-hour hearing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we got no info from that.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not good news for him.
Oh, you think it's not good that we haven't heard anything?
Yeah. I think they're like really colluding with one another and be like, we got to get this motherfucker to sell. He's bad for us. He's bad for the league.
Well, technically his wife runs it now.
Yeah.
But he's still the owner.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume an NFL team, is a C corporation.
Whatever the fuck
So-
that is.
Maybe he's still the majority shareholder.
Could be. Well, I don't know the logistics of it, but I think they're going to force him to
We do
sell.
need to figure that out. It's bound to be a C corporation and that has shares and there's a majority shareholder.
I know the Packers have shareholders.
Right.
'Cause
I,
you could-
I never even thought to look
Because
into it.
technically, you and I can own part of the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
Why don't we?
Well, why would I? I mean, what am I go buy one share?
Yeah. Like perfect 10 owners of the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, we could. I could use the perfect 10 to buy the shares. You know.
There we go.
All right. So that was your what?
That was my number 5, and I got the Broncos at number 5.
Okay, dude.
And my MVP pick is Russell Wilson.
No, dude. I mean,
You're going to come back to this episode. And
no,
be embarrassed.
I love Russ, dude. Don't get me wrong, but that team is trash.
Nope.
How many games they win last year? Like 6?
Yeah, because they had who was their quarterback?
Was it Drew Lock?
Drew Lock.
Okay,
Okay, he's garbage.
but they had all the rest of the same team they have now.
And Jerry Jeudy was out, and Cortland Sutton was out. Their next best wide receiver was KJ Hamilton.
Okay, dude. I don't mean whoever that is. That was your.
That was my number 5. My number 4, I got Dabo Sweeney will go to the NFL.
Okay, so that's like after the season's over.
Well, technically, yeah. Once the coach,
He'll be announced
I think he'll go to the
that
Giants.
he's leaving Clemson.
And the reason I think that because
Go to the Giants.
if Nick Saban wins another natty, he's retiring. And when that happens, Dabo Sweeney is going to jump to the NFL for about a year or two, and then he'll be the next Bama coach.
Well, that would make sense. Who would be the interim 1-year coach at Bama?
Some sacrificial lamb.
No, dude. They're not going to bring in something. If Saban retires, they're immediately
telling
bringing in a heavy hitter.
Yeah, Dabo Sweeney will 100% be an Alabama head football coach
Yeah, so I think
within the next 5 years.
I think he'll go straight from Clemson.
I don't think he'll go straight from Clemson.
Okay.
I think he's going to have one stint in the NFL and go to Bama.
Where's Lane Kiffin at now?
Ole Miss.
Oh, that's
I think
right. That's
I
right.
think he's going to leave Ole Miss for Nebraska.
Okay.
I'm dying on that hill.
That dude bounces all over the place.
Yeah. Can't keep Joey Freshwater down.
So that was your 5-4?
Yeah, my number 4 team will be the Minnesota Vikings.
Dude. We are going to revisit this list because that
We
is
are.
trash.
No, I think Kirk Cousins is going to ball the hell out because Kevin O'Connell is his coach now. Kevin O'Connell was his coach in Washington his last year. That year, he went the fuck off and got him that big paycheck.
Yeah, and he won what? 10 games?
For the fucking Washington Redskins at the time, hell, that's a fucking accomplishment.
I mean, I hear you.
he still
dude.
has Dalvin. He has Jordan Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph. He has that.
They don't have Kyle Rudolph.
That's right. They got rid of.
He went to the Bucks. The Bucks.
And he still got that defensive line. He got that front 7.
I mean,
They're only.
I hear what you're saying, but they're not going to be the 4th best team in the league.
I think they will be. They're one in the
This
north.
is madness, dude.
They're going to.
Oh, that is
cook.
trash.
They're
dude.
going to cook.
I can't wait to come back to this.
I can't
list.
wait to come back
We'll
to
do-
it too.
We'll do a recap after the college, since we did college football predictions, or we'll wait till the. Because that's like a long span between when those end. We'll figure out a way to do a recap of each.
Yeah.
And we'll do like a way too early predictions for the next season, and then redo. I don't know. We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
So my number 5 prediction. Just because I think this one's going to be hilarious. I got people are going to talk about Kyler Murray either reading or not reading his playbook all year.
Oh yeah.
Ever since it came out that it's so stupid that they put the clause in there if they're just going to take it out when it gets complained about.
Right.
Either put it in, leave it in, or don't put it in at all.
What's hilarious on Reddit, the NFL subreddit, some guy broke down every time Call of Duty has
Exactly. Every
Has
time
the-
one's released.
every time there's a double XP weekend, he sucks that weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, I know correlation is not causation, but god damn.
But that's what I'm saying though. This is going to get brought up all season.
Oh yeah, next time Call of Duty has like a double XP weekend, all eyes are on Kyler Murray.
But even still, if he balls out, it's going to be like, oh well, they influenced him to really get into his playbook. He
Oh
found
yeah, it's a lose-lose for Kyler
it's
Murray.
lose.
Even though they took that out, it's still a loss for him.
Oh, it's a huge
They
L.
fucked him over big time.
Yeah, that was just so stupid to put it in there in the first place. Like,
That's Cardinal football.
why
baby.
would you give him that contract if you're that worried about him even looking at the playbook.
Exactly.
It's absurd.
That's typical Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. So
Just throw that team in the garbage, start a new franchise.
so that's my 5 prediction, my 5 finishing team. I got the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay. I think they're going to suck
I think they're gonna get.
because I had them high. I had to go
They're
back.
old now.
They're old now. And then that news came out about Matt Stafford pretty much having like the worst possible injury for a quarterback.
With the elbow thing,
The elbow thing, they say it's like a once in a generation injury for a quarterback.
is it the It's called thrower's elbow.
Yeah.
It's tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. It's the inside and the outside.
Yeah. They said it only happens with like major league pitchers.
I think it'd be fine. Like they still are stacked with talent. Don't get me wrong, and the defense is.
And the fact that they keep injecting that elbow, at some point, that elbow is going to fall right off.
He's got
of
at
that.
least one more season though.
And then they're
He
back.
played with a broken back
Hold
or
on,
neck.
who's the Rams' backup quarterback?
Yeah, he played. Was it his neck or back that was broke?
Mm-hmm. I think it was his back.
Yeah, just keep injecting that thing, dude.
John Walford is the backup.
Oh, Walford. Yeah,
Act like you know him.
I do remember. I do remember the name.
You don't know the fuck.
We've
that
saw him
is.
play in some game before.
I just remember him from Wake Forest. If it's the guy I'm thinking of.
Look up his NFL stats.
It's going to be embarrassing. He went to Wake Forest. All right, there's that. All right. You want his career statistics?
Yeah, dude. Let me hear it.
0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 236 yards,
Solid.
completion average 54.8, passer rating 51.3, 55 rushing yards.
Oh, so he can run.
I mean,
Guy can run, man.
I got-
But anyway, so that was my 5. We got the Rams finishing there. My number 4 prediction goes along with what you were saying earlier about them forcing what's his name to sell
Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder. My 4th spot, there's gonna be another either owner, GM, or coach scandal that comes out. Like, you remember years ago, whenever what's his name? Owner of the Patriots got
Robert Kraft.
got busted for
He was getting rubbing tugs.
right? And then all the stuff Snyder's been through. And then like when the emails with Gruden came out, I feel like there's some either like higher position, whether it be a coach, GM, or owner, is going to get caught up in some sort of something's going to get exposed.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I don't know who or what it's going to be.
after I watched Hard Knocks last night, I think the coach scandal is going to be Dan Campbell tries to fight another head coach.
Okay, fair.
That dude's nuts. He's like,
Yeah, man.
as soon as the show started, he said, "I don't care if you have 3 toes and 1 ass cheek, we're kicking your ass." I'm like, this dude's talking about fighting a disabled person. I'm saying,
I mean, specifically a disabled person.
right. Dan Campbell is insane.
So that's my 4 prediction, and who I think is going to finish there. I got the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
The Chargers are always on the cusp, and they just never put it together. I think they're finally going to get either to an AFC Championship game or 1 step short.
I think you're right about that. I think
Herbert's a dog.
their floor is top 10.
Bosa is a dog.
Their ceiling is top 3.
Yeah. So yeah, I got him finishing in the 4th spot.
I cannot really put my finger on the Chargers. I know
I never can. But like it's like every season
All I know
should
is-
be good, and then something happens and they're just not.
right. All I know is
They got
they are
Eckler still too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They are
Eckler's a dog.
They're extremely good, but I just don't know how good. It's like they're the weirdest team.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 3. All right, it's not really a football prediction, but it has to do with the Super Bowl. All right,
Okay.
this has been a dream of mine since I was a kid. It might finally come true because they're riding on a fucking tidal wave of momentum, and then they got a new album coming out. So I got Metallica will perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, I think
They're riding on the whole
Stranger Things thing.
Yeah. Okay.
and I think the NFL's like, fuck it, let's do it.
Are they still together?
Oh yeah, they're making a new album.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like Metallica's my favorite band. So
I'm here for it.
them, Rush.
I think it would absolutely be a collaboration of some sort. They're not going to get the whole.
I just said they're going to perform it. I don't think
Okay.
they'll be the headline. I
I
know
got
they're
you.
going to perform. I think because it's in Arizona this year, they're going to want to pull more West Coast artists.
Okay.
I mean, who really comes out of Phoenix, Arizona, you know. So they're not going to get anybody from Arizona. I can't name one act out of Arizona.
I can't think of any right offhand. No.
All right. And my number 3 team, I got the Titans.
Okay, repping the jersey. I
Yep.
got you.
I think they're still good. I think Derrick Henry's a baller. The only question mark right now is that wide receiver, and I think that'll be fine. I mean, it is what it is. When you got Derrick Henry, dude,
I hear you.
you got to stack the
as
box.
long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, but if he stays healthy, they're top 3.
Okay. So my number 3 prediction, my MVP prediction, I got Josh Allen.
Almost put him as my MVP, but I got Russ.
Just because the dude is so good. I like it. He can run, but he doesn't like rely on it. It's not, you know, he's finally got to where he can just, and the dude's got a stupid arm, can just sling it all over the place. He's got Stephon Diggs.
Zach Moss, Devin Singletary at running back.
Right.
There's a great duo at running back.
So I don't know. I think he's finally like he's been in the talk for MVP for a couple of years now. When he finally, you know, the team started getting better around him too.
I think it will come down to Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, and Tua. I think those would be the 5.
Is that all AFC? I wasn't paying.
That is actually all AFC.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. There's somebody that NFC.
I mean, probably Aaron Rodgers,
right?
Because he's a little stat monkey.
But anyway, so that is my prediction and my 3 spots. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I got the Green Bay Packers.
I think they'll flounder.
I think they're gonna. Well, I got them in the 3 spot because they get to the NFC Championship almost every year, but they never get to the Super Bowl.
All right, my number 2. I got the New York Giants will come in dead last by winning 1 game.
Okay, no, I like that.
And they'll trade Saquon Barkley before the trade deadline.
Please get that man out of there.
Save Saquon.
We need to make hashtag Save Saquon shirts, dude.
Yeah, we do. I love Saquon.
I don't like the Giants at all, but that man needs to get somewhere where he can actually play some good ball.
Super fucking talented.
The dude has the biggest legs of all time, possibly.
It's so weird. He has such huge legs, but he hates trucking people. He said he just doesn't like doing it.
Dude, I mean, he is a monster, bro.
Yeah. All right. And my number 2 will be my loser of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But the fact they got here will be impressive. It's going to light up the city. I got the Saints.
Nice. I like that.
You know, shit is serious in New Orleans when me am picking them to be in the Super Bowl.
Look, we're going to get back to that.
Oh my God.
All right. So my number.
So when a Saints fan makes that prediction, they're just drinking Kool-Aid. But when someone like me makes that prediction, you know, there's some sparks there.
Look, and there's good reason too. But
maybe Boot Crew has tainted my brain. Maybe
because all the stuff they post.
Yeah, and all the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter because I follow a bunch of Boot Crew accounts and they're posting a lot of training camp.
It's all straight facts, though, dog.
It is. That's the stupid part. That's the part I fucking hate, especially with the Chris Olave and how great he's looking.
Yeah,
like that team is just. There's something special.
They're destined, dude. We got burned so many times when we had great teams. 2016, 2018, like with the Minneapolis Miracle, the no call, you know, just all kind of we just keep getting burned.
And I have a tie for my number 1 prediction.
Oh.
It has to do with the Saints.
Oh wait, we might have this wildly enough, we might have the same number 1 prediction.
There's no way. There's no damn way.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway,
you're gonna hate my number 1.
My number 2 prediction. And I've been waiting for it to happen, and it's like getting more and more highlighted now that all these wild deals are coming out. I got one of these stupid high dollar mobile quarterbacks is going to get seriously injured, like may get injured to the point where they never play again, even though they're guaranteed 160 mil, you know, like
hopefully Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I don't like Kyler Murray at all.
I mean, I'm fine with Kyler. I don't give a shit about him one way or another.
I almost put in my predictions that Deshaun will never play another game. But
I almost put that too. But I know how the NFL is.
He's gonna right.
I know how the NFL is.
But anyway, so that's my number 2 prediction. I mean, I don't want them to, but there has to be a market correction at some point. Like people have to quit being like throwing so much money at quarterbacks that haven't really done anything.
You ever notice like all the most stupid rich quarterbacks hardly ever win the Super Bowl?
Right.
It's
who's the last highest paid QB that actually won the Super Bowl?
Tom Brady.
He's never been the highest paid in the league. I don't think.
but never highest paid in the league.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, highest paid in the league?
I guess
Never.
maybe Aaron Rodgers might have.
No, that was 2000.
Oh, no, he didn't win a Super Bowl. Right.
Oh, he did win. He won.
I mean,
beat the Pit-
2010, whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't get that contract.
Right. That's what I'm trying to think. Because Mahomes got paid after. I can't think of any time the highest paid QB won the Super Bowl.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm sure that stat exists somewhere. And my number 2 finishing team, I got the Buffalo Bills.
All right. And my number 1, I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to implode. That being said, Mike McCarthy gets fired. An interim coach is still in the year. At the end of the year, Sean Payton goes to the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
It has been well documented. That's his dream job. He came from the Cowboys to the Saints.
Right.
Because he was under Bill Parcells.
And you heard about the whole scandal about him leaving the Saints, right? About how the tampering from the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't think that was ever going to happen. I don't think he had any interest in the Dolphins because I think he's really banking on this Cowboys job.
Okay.
And my number 1 team, who I think is going to win the Super Bowl, I got the Buffalo Bills.
Gotcha.
So I got the Saints Bills. Super Bowl.
I have Saints Bills as well.
That is so crazy. We got the same Super Bowl.
My number 1 prediction. All right. So when you said you had a tie, I have either.
But my tie, though, listen to this. I think the Saints lose the Super Bowl on some NFL fuckery.
Okay, dude.
Hold on. In my brain, I feel like the Buffalo Bills are about to kick a game-winning field goal. They miss it. Typical Bills Super Bowl. But there's a flag on the field, like roughing the kicker. They barely bump into the kicker. They get a retry, and then Buffalo Bills kick the game-winning game. That would happen to the Saints.
Just break my soul again, dude.
But would that not happen to the Saints?
It absolutely would.
It's very in the realm of possibility for that to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Just like another one that I completely forgot about. It was in the either NFC Championship game or the one right before it was when the shove off in the end zone when we're playing the 49ers.
Yeah.
That was another. It was like 2019. Another time we got burned. Anyway,
y'all just got like the worst luck with the NFL.
Ever since Bountygate, the higher ups just hate the Saints, you know.
Oh yeah. Bill Saints Super. That's so crazy. We had the same Super Bowl.
So all right. So anyway, so my number 1 prediction though is either Jameis Winston or Michael Thomas will win Comeback Player of the Year.
I got Jameis Winston as my Comeback Player of the Year. I was 50-50 between him and Mitchell Trubisky. I don't think Michael Thomas will get it just because he's a wide receiver. I think it's a quarterback-driven league. Quarterbacks get all the headlines. So either be him or Jameis or Mitchell. But at the end of the day, since the Saints are going to the Super Bowl, I got Jameis.
Wait. Mitchell, though.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. But he's not coming back from injury, though. He's just coming back from not starting.
You can get it from
no way.
Ryan Tannehill got it.
You have to be coming back from injury.
Ryan Tannehill got it.
Well, that don't even make sense. That's not I guess it's a comeback from being trash wherever you were.
Yeah, the Dolphins. It's same as Mitchell Trubisky.
But I'm saying, though, I thought you had to come back from injury to win it.
No.
Like you had to come back from a reason that you couldn't play. Not that you just weren't good enough to play.
Oh, no, you can get it from not being good enough.
Okay.
Trust me.
But anyway, and my number 1, I think the New Orleans Saints are going to pull through, babe. It is why we both have Saints Bills.
At 1-2.
I for sure thought there was no way you're going to have Saints in your top 10.
I don't know. Y'all are tainting me.
No, so the problem is, all right, we all love James. I think everybody's finally coming around with James.
I've always loved James, even at Florida State. I thought he was just a lovable goofball.
Nah, I mean, he wasn't terribly lovable a lot, but
shit.
I think
dude was like special needs.
The only thing that I'm concerned about, which even last year, I think we went 5-0 with him before he got hurt, or no?
I think y'all went 4-1.
Okay, I think
either 5-0 or 4-1.
It might have been 4-1.
Y'all had a good record,
but you could tell it was getting just beat into his brain so hard. Do not turn the ball over. He would look at somebody, and if he could just pull that trigger,
like his touchdown interception ratio was insane.
Right, but he missed so many big plays because he was too hesitant.
Yes, his yards took a dip.
If he could go back to pulling that trigger,
I think he will.
He's gonna ball out.
I think his confidence is through the roof right now.
Like you could tell watching him, like last year, every time because I mean it's all anticipation.
And you got good luck.
He would look and like you could tell he wants to, but he would just get a little head scared and go to his next one and then just check it down.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think
if he can start pulling that trigger again, dude, he's going to tear it up.
and this is probably just me being me, but I think the Saints brought in Jarvis Landry to fix Jameis Winston.
Let's say
He's
a
such
security
good,
blanket.
Yeah, he's just such a good leader. He's
Yeah.
such a good guy to have in the locker room. I think he's going to be the guy. He's going to be like Jameis Winston's hype man.
I think Demario Davis might be and you can't count on Madden ratings for anything, but I think he's the number 1 rated linebacker in the league. Like, wildly enough, like, you never hear anybody talk about Demario Davis, but the dude is like a textbook linebacker.
Yeah.
Like, plays basically perfect. And we got Honey Badger, who I think, if anything, sure, he might get burned here and there, but I think he's going to get us more extra possessions than he gets burnt.
Yeah.
Whether it be sack, fumble or interception, or just deflecting the ball to somebody else pick it off. I think he's going to be out there just flying around.
I think Saints will have a ridiculous, even without Alvin Kamara for a few games.
Well, if no video evidence comes out of that, he may not get suspended.
I think he will, just because he was arrested. I think that's
was he convicted of anything, though?
But he still can get suspended for conduct detrimental to the league. Even though
arrested under suspicion.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I hope he doesn't get suspended, because
there's no way he gets 6 games.
No,
he's getting maybe 4.
I think 3, if anything.
But we still got Ingram.
But knowing the NFL, how they treat the Saints, he's probably going 10.
Probably get 8. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Something stupid. Exactly. But we still got Ingram. We still got I can't even remember that other dude's name. He was good last year. I can't remember.
Couldn't tell you.
But we got all our receivers back. We got James back.
Y'all got a very decent O-line.
Oh yeah, because we got that new dude who's a dog at
Trevor
left.
Penning?
Yeah,
Dude,
and he's not even going to be starting.
I think he will.
Currently, he's second on the depth chart.
Sorry, the dude's just nasty.
And we got our whole O-line is going to be back healthy, and they killed us last year.
Cam Jordan, who I think is a sleeper pick for defensive player
and
of the year.
Davenport, it may be the biggest dog on the team. He's finally back. He was hurt last year.
Yeah.
We got so many people that are back from injury. I think we're going to make a run. Yeah. And I think Tampa Bay is too old. The Panthers are going to suck. The Falcons are going to suck. The Panthers.
I got them winning 7.
I think they're going to be somewhere between 7 and 8.
Regardless, that's a losing record.
Right. So we're going to win the division. And I think we'll win it well enough to get. Well, there's only one bye now, right?
Yes.
So,
I think the Vikings get the 1 seed.
You think? Wow.
I'm very high on the Vikings. Very high on the Vikings.
They're going to have to win 14 games. 14-3.
We'll get to that next episode.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so I got the Saints winning it all. And it's for sure because I'm a little biased, but as much as all the stuff I've been watching and listening to about all Sports Talk Radio, everybody's high on this. Like, everybody doesn't want to be high on the Saints, but they're like, man, I don't want to believe that they're going to be that good.
It's like this.
But everybody keeps talking about how well everything's going.
Let me tell you this way. If the Saints had, I believe in Jameis.
I do too.
Everybody here believes in Jameis. We're a pro Jameis podcast. But if the Saints had a quarterback.
If we had Aaron Rodgers, we'd be Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Super Bowl favorite. Derek Carr, Super Bowl favorite. Yeah. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl favorite. If y'all had any other quarterback, y'all be Super Bowl favorite.
Right.
But because people hate Jameis.
Right. And we do have a lot of young talent. That's fair. But anyway, so that's my number 1.
All right. And my MVP, I'll go ahead. MVP, Russell Wilson, Defensive Player of the Year, Chase Young, Rookie of the Year, Chris Olave, Coach of the Year, Josh McDaniels, Comeback Player of the Year. I got Jameis.
Okay, so I had all of them, but I'll go Coach of the Player. I'll also go McDaniels, just because I think he's overdue. Like, he finally has a good quarterback and a good.
He won a playoff game with Tim Tebow.
Right.
The dude could coach.
Yeah, and he was a part of most of those winning teams in New England.
Yeah. Offense coordinator.
And Defensive Player of the Year, I'm gonna go Joey Bosa.
Not bad. I like Joey.
But anyway,
Nick Bosa was my runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. 49ers.
Gotcha. So let's just do our top 10 team picks, or
let's just do top 10 teams.
Okay.
10 Chargers, 9 Eagles, 8 49ers, 7 Raiders, 6 Ravens, 5 Broncos, 4 Vikings, 3 Titans, 2 Saints, 1 Bills.
All right, my number 10, Buccaneers. 9, Chiefs. 8, Raiders. 7, Cowboys. 6, Bengals. 5, Rams. 4, Chargers. 3, Packers. 2, Bills. 1, Saints. That's still wild. We both had the Saints
Saints
Bills
Super Bowl.
top Super Bowl. Yeah.
I didn't think you put Saints there. I probably thought you would have put like Bengals, Packers, or something.
I wanted to put, but the Packers just can't ever actually get like they make
It's like a mental block for Aaron Rodgers.
right. Just like it was like Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is the new McNabb, but he actually has a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So anyway, we will see y'all Thursday for fantasy football predictions.
Yes. And we're also going to do over and unders for every single team.
Every over under.
We don't have a gambling problem, though.
No, not at all.
It's not gambling if you're winning.
Dude, some of these are such obvious picks, dude. Anyway,
like, oh my God.
I've never seen so many obvious ones.
Me neither. Maybe they know something we don't.
Exactly.
They make the big bucks. We're just
Anyway,
working class people.
Till then.
Peace. Shit, you didn't do a trivia question. Till then.
All right. Sorry if you turned the pod off already, but you're not going to hear this anyway. I have a trivia question, dude. All right. How many touchdowns? All right. So what's the record was in 2020. So, I mean, what's the most touchdowns ever scored in one NFL season?
By a team?
No, just total touchdowns, whole season. I think it's going to be more than what you're thinking.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
Is it passing touchdowns?
No, just total touchdowns.
Total touchdowns by one player.
No. Touchdowns scored the entire season.
By every team?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I don't know. God.
Total touchdowns.
Hold on. Let me look up my calculator for this.
Okay.
I'm going to say each game gets about.
You know how many games there are?
When was the record set?
2020.
So that was
It was 16 game seasons.
16 game season. All right. So 16. I'm going to say about. I got to say. Okay. How about this?
That would be the game. So that'd be twice that. So that's fine.
I'm going to say.
Okay. Wow. That seems low, actually, if you really do the math.
I'm going to say on average, every game has an average 35 points a game. So I'm going to go 560.
You're not doing your math right.
I'm probably not.
Total touchdowns?
Total touchdowns.
I'll give you a hint. It's over 1,000.
I give up.
It's 1,473.
That's a lot of fucking touchdowns.
Yeah, that was the record. Yeah, so.
All right, fire back up.
Anyway, all right. Peace out.